Hi guys, I actually don't know what this video is going to be about, but I know I feel like I should make a video today. But I don't know what to make a video about. God, what should I make a video? As I said, God, I heard trauma. I think I need to make a video about past trauma. I don't know. I said God and I heard trauma. Thank you. So let's get into this video. So, past trauma, how to get over past trauma. I would say how to get over past trauma. How to get over past trauma, how to get over the past, how to not let the past impact your future. I think that's a good video. Okay. How would I start this video? How am I going to start this? We've all been through shit, yeah? Me included, definitely had my fair share of shit in life. Fucking hell, like, I've not only had shit, boy, I've been in doo-doo. I've been involved in doo-doo. I have been to doo-doo. And, yeah, I've smelt like shit. I've had a lot of shit in my life. Shit. But it's so funny because I don't really allow the past to filtrate my feelings for the future. I think that's because I self-analyze. I don't know. But when bad stuff has happened, I kind of I feel like in life you're either gonna be like a victim or you're gonna be a fuck it, and I feel like I'm a fuck it. I think people who like are victims always always make excuses for all the wrongs that happen now and all the wrongs that they intentionally do. And it's like, oh, because I've been hurt before, or because of this has happened, and because, yeah, my dad wasn't there, because my mum wasn't there, because I've seen this, you don't know the shit I've been through, you don't know the, yeah. We have all been through stuff. I can't stand it when people do that. It's so irritating. We've all been through stuff. Like, what makes your shit any more worse than someone else's? And even if the incident seems worse, you can't dictate how someone else feels about what they went through. So you can never ever literally make anyone feel inferior about what they've been through and make it like seem like it's minuscule to what you've been through, because you don't know how they felt with whatever happened to them. That's one thing I don't like about people, when they always feel like they because they went through such and such, it's like a priority against anyone else's shit because they went through that. That is why this happens. And if you know how it made you feel, if you know that it was bad, if you know that it made you feel so bad, and you still continue to make the mistakes up until now, and you still justify it with something that happened then, and you intentionally know, because a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know the root cause of their problems, and a lot of people do, but they don't know that that what's happened is filtrated through. But some people go through their life, intentionally make these stupid mistakes, make these stupid choices, and then when shit goes AWOL, like then you blame something that happened 100 years ago. I'm sorry, but when do you take responsibility for what you're doing now? It's not about what happened in the past, it's what your actions have been right now. That I can't stand, people who like to be victims all the time. Something happened. Yeah, we all know. We've all been through it. Like, what are you doing right now? Okay, you've got the root cause. You know the root of the problem. What is the resolve? What are you doing to make yourself better? What are you doing to be different from that person? Stop blocking change, because change is inevitable. You'd never be that person again. Who that person was that saw that is a memory of your life, unfortunately, but it shouldn't dictate who you are today. It shouldn't dictate, I mean, I don't know how to say it, but like, things that I went through, yeah. I mean, there's stuff that make you wiser, that create experiences and certain avenues that you would never want to go down again. There's certain ways that you know that you would never want to feel again. So there's certain ways that you should make yourself better to never be in the circumstance, the situation, or to feel the way you felt. But life is so unexpected, and you can't prevent stuff. You can't prevent getting hurt. You can't prevent yourself being taken for granted. You can be the most self-assured person in life, and you could be being taken advantage of right in front of your nose. But the growth comes with how you deal with those challenges, like how you deal with problems now, how you deal with being hurt, how you deal with being heartbroken, what your outlook on it is right now, and how you overcome those challenges that present themselves now, you know, because things in life are only as bad as we make them, you know. So a lot of things, to be honest, ain't really that deep, but then it's just us. We make them like, oh my God, this is so bad. This is awful. Oh my God, how can I live? I can't live. I don't want to live. This person's left me. This person's done this. This person doesn't want me. This has happened. I've lost this job. I can't believe. Like, I think there's a will, there's always a fucking way. And when you get yourself together and you get on top of things, it's easy for you to have a clear head and knowing how you're gonna maneuver forward from whatever challenge that life has thrown at you. Life is full of challenges, you can't prevent them. There's always gonna be the ups, there's always gonna be the downs, there's always gonna be the middles. You're always gonna have every type of feeling. You can have a life where you're just happy because that's what you choose to be. That's how someone chooses to have their outlook on things. And it's amazing. Things can only affect you with how you allow them to affect you. There's no one here opening your heart, opening your brain to put feelings inside. It's how we take them. So that's when we, as human beings, have to take accountability for what happens in our day to day. Because we have control over how we feel and how we face those challenges. So something I never had like the most amazing childhood. But there's bits of it that was like amazing, and there's bits of it that was just horrific. I will never even open my mouth to even explain a lot of those stuff because it's inconsequential. It's totally irrelevant. It doesn't even matter right now. And why does it matter? Because I'm not that person. I'm not in that situation. All those things that happened to me, all the stuff that I felt, I can speak on it as someone that's experienced those feelings, as someone that went through certain things, but I will never blame anything that happened, any challenges that I face now in my 31 years, in my 2020 life right now, on things that happened when I was younger or because this happened. And I don't think that's right, because I feel like if you keep going back and you keep referring to things that happened in the past, I don't think you will be your own enemy of progress, like you'll be the only one stopping you from maneuvering forward because you keep looking back. Everything that happens in life, no matter bad or good, there's always there's always something positive for you to take out of that experience. And I had to learn that. I never understood it when people used to say it, like everything happens for a reason, there's a positive to everything. I'm like, half the shit I went through, there's positive to it? There's what? And there is, because it gains wisdom. You know how something felt, you know what you don't want to feel, you know how it changed you, you know how it impacted you, and you just being able to speak out loud to someone else will definitely give someone else soothing, could heal someone else, and that could be the positive change. There's always a way to look at stuff that is optimistic. A lot of things that happen to us are beyond our control, shit happens, and it's unfortunate that life is like that. But if shit happens and you can't allow yourself, You can't punish yourself for things and events, people that had bad intentions, that did bad things, situations that were traumatic, that you had no control over, deaths, you know, anything. If you don't have, you can't be responsible or take responsibility or kill yourself or be, when I say kill yourself, I don't mean like kill yourself. Like, I just mean it in like, it's like, probably I'll say like in African term, because it's like, can't kill ourselves. Like, I'm not gonna, drown myself in tears and be in sadness all the time and just going over and over and over and over what you could have done, what shouldn't have done, and try and reiterate the situation. And, oh, if this didn't happen, if did I, hiya, it happened. It's down there now. You can never get a second back. You can't get a minute or an hour or yesterday. Whatever is back there, leave it back there. That doesn't have to, whatever happened doesn't justify who you are right now. My trauma never made me junior, I have always been junior. Even before I knew that there was trauma or that there was bad things that were happening, I've always been myself. I've always genuinely been happy. I've always genuinely been able just to be a happy-go-lucky person. I've always been junior. So don't allow bad people or bad experiences to ever filtrate your future, because once you keep going back and you keep making excuses about things that you couldn't prevent, that's when you're blocking your own blessings. You're blocking your own better tomorrow. You're blocking the own light at your tunnel, because you never ever be able to see the light because your eyes are so clouded by the past. The past has no part of the present. You can take wisdom from it, but always look at growth, because who you were back then would never be the person that you are now. Not even, you wouldn't even have the same hair. Don't all our hair fall out every 7 years or something? So if you wouldn't even have the same hair, I mean, Jesus, like, why would you think that it's okay to keep going back and going back? You're not the same person, you're different, babe. Do you know what I mean? And if it's something that you caused or something that shit happens, you're here today, so make the best of your tomorrow. Learn from your mistakes and maneuver forward. There's light at everyone's tunnel. Life, we're always going to have challenges. That's just life. And in actual reality, that's the beauty of life, because I think about it, the best things that have actually happened to me has actually been spontaneous, especially things that I didn't know was going to happen. I've just been out and then I just end up having the best night. I've gone on holiday. I've had the best experience. Nothing was ever planned. Just opportunities. I never sought them. They came and oh my God, wow. That's what life is like. So you have to take the bitter with the sweet. As much as you want all those beautiful opportunities, you're going to have to know that there's going to be some shit that's going to happen, but it's not anything you should anticipate or expect. Just know it's going to happen and just have a positive outlook to everything, because how we handle everything changes how big something could be into something so minuscule, So I suppose that's probably how not to allow past trauma, bad experiences, bad thoughts to filtrate your present, because you've got everything to live for, You're here for a reason. And if you don't know your purpose, finding what your purpose is actually a beautiful thing if you embrace it. A lot of people stress about it, but you might not find your purpose until you're 80, and it's not a bad thing. You just have to live. The more you live, the more you fall in love with yourself, the more you do things that you love, the more you surround yourself with love, the more that you walk in the route of love, you will find something that your heart thrives for. And that is always a beautiful thing. So just engulf yourself in the present, in the now. Write out your list of goals. Have a bucket list. Write out your ambitions for the future and make a vision board. Read, manifest, enjoy. Because there's so much life, there's so much of life to enjoy, and there's so much of life to still be embraced. You don't need, your past doesn't define you, you know. That is not who you are now. It was what it was. You went through what you went through. Whether it was bad, whether it was traumatic, it doesn't define you. Live for today, live for tomorrow. Be happy about the future because you've got a lot to live for. And with that being said, I'm going. It's not bad, you know. I didn't even know what I was going to say in this video, but it ended up being alright. But I hope it helps you anyhow. I hope what I said makes sense because, you know, these videos I never ever plan. I mean, this is the first one where I've just on the camera and I just really didn't know what I was going to talk about. But God, God had a way. Here you go. You need to eat my nuts. These are the only nuts I've been eating for a long time, so let me enjoy it.